Hi you guys, hey from Malta, how are you doing everybody? Just recording another video for you to just to check in again. We've been to Gozo again, just having a little look round, went on a ferry as a passenger this time, which was fantastic. And yeah, the thoughts we're having about where we want to live and what we want to do is just cooking in our brains. We're just letting it wash over us. Anyway, right, so this is kind of like the last 48 hours before, well, there's a little bit more, but tomorrow is the last day for enrolling in Digital Course Academy, so I wanted to just share a bit more about my experiences. I know that it's a big commitment, isn't it? So maybe you're still thinking about it, and maybe you've worked out the money side of it, but it is like a bit daunting, maybe. So this is my experience on the inside of Digital Course Academy. I was quite almost like, I was really, really excited to join up, but nobody had heard of me. I was a starter copywriter. I'd been copywriting for about 6 months at that point, part time, elementary teacher as well. So it felt a little bit overwhelming to go into such a big group, and especially when there was so many people talking and half of the things they were talking about I really didn't understand. um, but and if you're feeling that way, then just be reassured that the community makes you feel welcome. Honestly, it just wraps you up in it. So like, if you ask the questions, people help, and there's never a reason to be afraid of that either, because people are so supportive. Like, for example, let's give an example. There was a designer in there called Sydney, and also Brenda, who really helped me on the path, like to the simplest way to do something. So like, if I had something I was stuck with that was particular to me, um, maybe it was I didn't have the budget to do exactly what Amy was doing, but they jumped in and they helped. Like, Brenda helped me to understand how to, when you've got subscribers and they don't necessarily want to be part of your sales emails, but they want your email newsletter. I didn't know how to exclude them from that list using a paragraph and a link. So Brenda, she just hopped on and said, Helen, I'll help. I'll just record you a Loom video and I'll send it you. And within like 5 minutes, she sent me this thing and I knew how to do it. It's just absolute gold. I mean, where can you get that kind of support from normally? You know? And over time, it was like, do you know what? I really feel way more confident now. And I kept seeing things that other people were struggling with. So I jumped in and helped them. And, like, it becomes that whole thing of, let's give more than I take. And I got so much out of that community. It's if you've been in the boot camp, it's the same. As I would believe in giving 110%, because people come back then and they really support you. So that was one aspect of it. The tech aspect of it, I loved the video tutorials particularly. I'm not a fan of PDF tutorials for that, but I must admit that they were useful at points. I think particularly when I had to join a course platform with an email provider, like so ConvertKit to, I think I was using MemberVault, so it's a little bit different to what they said on the tech tutorials, but it's so cool because you can just pause the tutorial, and I just thought, well, you know what, I haven't got Kajabi, but it must work similar. So, and I managed to hook up them just from that, so they were really, really useful. So that my experience with that was really good as well. I think that sometimes you just need to give yourself just a bit of grace. You might feel overwhelmed during the course. I'm not going to lie about that. I did at points, but I think if you just relax, and if you feel like you haven't understood the video or whatever, print print the PDF off because sometimes it just makes sense when you have that in your hand as well. I used to download all the audios. So what I used to do when I was driving to work, because I was a primary school teacher, I was really busy at the same time. I used to listen to the video first. So like listen to the audio. And then when I got home or I was in a cafe or whatever, I used to play the video, and then like I'd had 2 listens of it then, and it really made sense. So that was another suggestion. But beauty is it's sitting there now, and whenever I need to make a new course, I've got it. That's gold. I've been using it this week. I know Amy gave us a pseudo DCA help book with the boot camp, and that was brilliant to review those lessons again. But for my new course, I have been using DCA format, and honestly, it just works. If I didn't know about that as a primary school teacher, I would have used it for planning teaching, honestly, because that post-it party thing would have made maths scheduling way quicker. Anyway, so you might not know what I mean by the post-it party, but Amy has this thing where when you're creating ideas for your course or lessons and modules, you put them all on a post-it note, and then once you've got all your ideas out of your head, you have a look at ordering them, and then that forms your modules basically. And anything that you don't need, you trim it off because you don't want to overwhelm people. So if you're quite a practical learner as well, which I am, I mean, when I was in the boot camp just last week, I was sticking my post-its all over the hotel window and it really helps. So if you're a practical learner, she's got you on that one. If you're an auditory learner, you can access audio recordings. If you're a visual learner, you've got videos. It really is wired up, this course, for people, for all types of learners. I think Amy has really thought about this. Coming as background as a teacher, this is what we were always trying to do, to make lessons accessible to all learners, and it's just fabulous. Really, really, really is good. If you've got any questions, just let me know, because it is a fantastic course. I know it's a lot of money, but again, I was talking about that this morning, where you only need 5 sales at like $400 and you're done. It's way easier to have an online business these days. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. I'm sorry if I'm squinting, it's very hot and sunny here. I can't moan. I'm in Malta, it's beautiful. Talk to me. DM me, post a message to me. Have a great day.